What's up, y'all? Oh my gosh, I am starting a YouTube channel where I'm going to be documenting my journey on my road to 10 million in revenue in 10 months, y'all. My name is Kim Lewis. I'm the CEO and co-founder of CurlMix. We are a clean beauty brand for curly hair, and we help women master their curls in 21 days, or it's free via store credit. But I am not here to sell you CurlMix. I am here to take you guys on my journey to 10 million in revenue in 10 months. You might have some questions about who I am, what I've done, and why you should listen to me. Before I start, let me just say I have nothing to sell you. So this is not a lead up to my big course launch or anything like that. This is truly just a labor of love, and I want to share what I'm doing with you guys because I get so many questions about mentorship and things like that, and I feel like this is the best way to share what I know and how you guys can level up in business. So a little bit about me. I started entrepreneurship as early as 2013. I had a social network for natural hair. I did that from like 2013 to like 2014. And I learned a very valuable lesson that niche social networks don't work. You'll learn that in the tech industry if you ever start an app or anything like that. And after doing that, I got my first check for like $200 for ad space on my website. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to be a competitor of Facebook. I was like, I can't beat Facebook with ad dollars and advertising. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be an ad company. So this doesn't even make sense for me to even try to continue to scale. Well, by that time, I had put maybe $25,000 of my own money, own credit card, cash, everything into the business. And I decided to close it because I knew that I couldn't scale in the way that I wanted to. And what's funny is that I didn't know anything about venture capital back then. So I was trying to bootstrap my own tech company, which if you know anything about tech, you should not try to bootstrap your tech company. That's like very, very rare. And most people are not successful with that. So that was my first lesson in entrepreneurship. Later, I was watching an episode of Shark Tank where someone was doing like do-it-yourself cookies, and they had all the little ingredients packaged up, and then you would like open each one, you knew exactly what was in it, and you would make you some organic cookies, almost like Betty Crocker but organic, right? And everything is in little bags. And when I was watching it, I was like, is anyone doing this for hair? Because I DIY all my own products. I go to Whole Foods. I spend all this money on products I don't even love at the end of it, just so I can know exactly what's in it. And I wish someone would just send it to me in a box. And that is how CurlMix started. My husband convinced me to launch the company and be like Blue Apron, but for hair. And we did that for like 2 years. The first year we did about 130,000 in revenue. The second year, somewhere between 140,000 to 200 or something like that. And my best customers started to unsubscribe because they had boxes stacking up in their house because they loved the CurlMix brand, they loved our products, but they didn't necessarily want to make products every time they wanted to do their hair. And that's when I realized we were fun to do, we were novelty and not necessity. And so I was like, well, what do my customers actually love and what are they buying over and over again? And it was our flaxseed gel. That was the one thing that it didn't matter that they had to make it. They were making it because it gave them the best wash and go ever. Now, today I am rocking my glorious fro, but typically I am rocking my fabulous wash and go. And they were using flaxseed gel to get the best wash and go ever. So we pivoted our business. 2017, I was 7 months pregnant, and we literally were boiling flax seeds, extracting the gel, and figuring out how we could scale this process. Because at the time, we could only make it in like a small saucepan. And eventually, we scaled it to 60 in a big stock pot. And we did pre-orders for our customers. And it sold out within like minutes. I'm not kidding. Like, we sold hundreds in a matter of hours. And I was like, oh, this is what we should be making, not the DIY boxes. So we literally tossed out 6 months of content, 6 months of formulas, recipes, 6 months of photo shoots, and we literally pivoted our business with my newborn on my hip in the top of January 2018. And then we launched a couple more products based on our best-selling boxes, and that year we made $1 million in revenue. After that $1 million, we were then featured on Shark Tank the very next year, and it helped get us about $5 million in revenue. And then we also raised a little bit of money in between then. So my first check I ever got from a VC was from Arlen Hamilton of Backstage Capital. She's my shero. Love her very much. She wrote me a check for $25,000 that we invested in our business. And that helped get us to that $1 million in revenue. And then after we appeared on Shark Tank, the former CEO of LinkedIn, Jeff Weiner, he and his partners invested $1.2 million, and that helped catapult us to that $5 million in revenue. And after that, I hadn't raised much money until last year. At the end of last year, we closed about a $4 million equity crowdfunding round. I'm going to get into way more stuff about fundraising, about how to build your business, about building a community, about manufacturing, about doing everything in-house. We manufacture on the west side of Chicago. We have over 30 employees, and there's some trials and tribulations. And one of the things that we have not done yet that I have been trying to do for the last couple of years is get to 10 million in revenue. So part of me thinks that by publicly documenting this, it will help catapult us there, not because of press, but because it will hold me accountable. I will be publicly showing you guys how we get there and having revenue check-ins every month about if we're tracking towards hitting our goals. So by the end of February, we'll have done close to about $1 million in revenue or more for the year. And that means I have 9 million more to go before December 31st. So check back in our next video to know exactly how much revenue we have.